Welcome back. Today we're talking about natural minimalist period products. So if you aren't interested in that, this isn't the right video for you. If you are, let's get going. So first, for me, when I was in my early 20s, I really was having a problem finding period products that suited me, my personality, my lifestyle, and were affordable. So today I'm going to be talking about two products that I have found to be affordable, worth the investment, and to be able to help me live the lifestyle that I'm looking for, whether I'm on my period or not. Okay, so we're going to start with something, and this was not available when I was younger. This was a very costly product, and I am so happy that it's becoming more widely available. It is these Thinx, I'm going to put it here where the camera is focused, the Thinx Period Panties. So this is actually being now available at Target. It was about $17. And for something that's going to last for probably a year or more, or 2 years, I think that that's a pretty reasonable investment. This one here is the super absorbency. I've used ones that are lighter absorbencies, and this one says it can hold up to 5 regular tampons. That's quite a bit. And so if you think about this, this is something that can be worn overnight, especially if someone's not comfortable wearing other products at night, or they have issues with leakage or things like heavy bleeding. This could be a really good investment so that other clothes don't continue to get ruined. So for me, I find that this is very affordable. The only downside that I have with this is that you have to wash it in between. So you might need more than one pair in order to get through your whole cycle. So you can switch between 2 pairs and make sure that they can get washed and dried for the next day. But I really like these. I find that I haven't had any issues with smell or with leakage or anything like that. Which is actually really surprising, because for a long time I resisted buying period panties because I didn't really think that they worked or did the things that they proclaimed. But I'm here to tell you I'm a convert, and I think that they are really great. They have a little part in them at the base, which I'll show you, that is absorbent. This one is a little thicker. Like I said, this one is for 5 tampon absorbency, so it is quite a bit thicker, and you can kind of hear that it crinkles. Other ones that I've had that are lower absorbencies don't have that, but like I said, it goes from about up here at the front, and it does go pretty far back, so that I personally haven't had any leaks. But I don't have a very heavy cycle, so I'd love to hear in the comments if any of you do have a heavier cycle and you have experienced leaks. Just let me know. But those, I feel, are a pretty worthwhile investment. They are minimalist, which means that for me, I don't want to have to deal with carrying things around in my purse. I didn't really like the fact that I would have to put a tampon or a pad up my sleeve or in my pant pocket and then find a bathroom. And this provides an option where that's not necessary. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about a menstrual cup. Now this is my favorite. I've used the Menstrual Cup for probably about almost 10 years now, and I was pretty resistant to using one simply because I didn't know how to use them. I also felt like it was a little intimidating to have to deal with, but I have to say it reduces my cramps. It's a pretty worthwhile investment. I think that it's pretty low cost investment most of the time, and I will share even lower cost investments in the description, because the one that I have here to show you doesn't have, it's not very cost effective in my opinion for some people. But it doesn't have any toxic shock risks. So for me, the health benefits, the comfort, the fact that I don't really get cramps when I use that, it really changed my perspective. So, and it's just one thing that you can either keep at home, you can keep in your purse, and it's pretty simple. So I'm going to show you this right here is the Cora cup. I've used a Diva cup and a few other brands, but this one was available at Target, and I wanted to use that as a reference because some people don't have specialty stores near them, and so making sure that something's widely available I feel is pretty important. This cost about $32, and there are other more affordable options. There was one that was $20, but it looked like it didn't come with like a little sachet, and so a carrying case is important for me, and probably you, so that you can store it and not have a concern about hygienicness around your cup. But I wanted to pull this out so that I can show you. See right there. Okay, so this is the little cup, and we can pull it off this paper. It comes with a little bag, and I'll show that. So it has a little bag that you can carry it in. Maybe don't carry it around, but you put it in your purse. And this can actually be folded to make it much smaller for insertion. So I'm going to show you. This is called the taco cup. So as you can see, it's about the size of a tampon, and this is silicone. So the first time you use it, it does need to be sterilized. So you just boil water, put it in there for a few minutes, and then you pull it out and you let it cool down, obviously, dry off, and it's sterilized. And so that is, I feel, a pretty simple and effective way to sterilize it. You do that between each use as well. And a cup will last for years. So sometimes it might need to be cleaned a little bit more than others. And it can be something that is replaced if you feel the need. But for a $32 investment, I feel like that is a pretty low impact on the earth product. It also is going to be something that you have $32 possibly is your whole year's worth of cost. So that's pretty inexpensive when you compare it to things like pads or tampons. For me, I couldn't use certain brands of pads or tampons because they started giving me a rash. About the time I started using these products, there was some type of change in the manufacturing of those products, and it started causing me issues. So that's part of why I looked for alternative options, and I found these. And the last little plug that I want to do is that the cup can be worn while you dance, while you swim. It can be worn for pretty much any situation. I haven't had any leaks, and it also can be dealt with for before you leave for school or work, and afterwards, because you can leave it in for about 12 hours. Now that's really the maximum amount of time you'd want to leave it in, but there's no risk of toxic shock syndrome, and so that means that you can deal with that in your home. You don't have to deal with it while you're at work or school and have that embarrassing tampon carrying moment. So I hope this was helpful, and until next time, be well.